peace.
True peace. I'm about to share.
True peace, no, but yeah, I had to make sure we had the replays on. Yeah, happy holy day, peacemakers and Muslims. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Happy holy day. They need to add the word temple on here for a topic, man. They still ain't done that yet. All right. Go ahead and share the room, ping people. True peace, true peace, true peace. I want to welcome everybody.
Peace.
Happy holy day. Yeah. How was your day today, Noble? True peace.
All is well, though. All is well. Just backing up the lesson.
Sound real low over there.
Let me leave out and come right back.
Yeah, you gotta jump out and come back in. I think your sound. I don't know if that's me or that.
True peace. Can you hear me? Is that better?
Yeah, you sound. Yeah, much better, Noble. Islam,
Yeah.
true peace.
Shoot, all well. Looking over the lessons, knocking out some business. Just being more square with everything, man. Taking a practical and a more slow approach, bro. You know what I'm saying? From a place of clear headedness. That makes all the difference in the results that we get in life. To where our head is at when we do what we do.
Yeah, you seeing the clear vision that's needed to get this work done, huh?
Absolutely, and I'm able to see so clearly, bro. Now that I'm doing what I'm doing with the school, bro. Hey, man, I'm gonna say this, bro. So anybody listening to this recording, that school is where it's at, man. For real, people need to jump into it. That's where it's at.
I'm trying to get them on it, Noble, but the clear vision's gonna come, and the clarity is gonna come
That's the
as
key.
long as, like I say, we
That's the key
stay
to what
consistent.
everybody looking for right there, Noble. It's right there in the face. Sometimes we just be so busy with life that we overlook stuff that's right in front of our face. You feel what I'm saying? I'm guilty of it too, Noble.
Nah, it's no problem, Noble. As long as you get it in due time, and you hearing the transmissions that come through. It's just some things, you gotta understand it through the struggles of others. You know what I mean? And that's just that.
Absolutely.
But I'm about to share the room, ping some people in, and we're gonna get started. True peace, true peace. There go Noble L. Oh, I thought that was Noble L. True peace, Noble Bay. But let me share the room real quick, get some people in here, and we're gonna get Holy Day started. Happy Holy Day, Noble Islam.
Happy Holy Day, Islam.
Yeah, we're gonna have us a good holy day today, baby. Let the divine Spirit talk through us and spread these good words, this holy breath, this good holy breath this week. And we're gonna kick it off. I don't know, I think we did record last week. I'm not too sure. But it should be there in the replays. Y'all can go back and listen to that. We haven't been doing our tribunals during the week because we busy, getting things taken care of as far as the finances for the temple and the projects that we have going on. So if you want to join us with the projects, just inbox me or hit me on the paper airplane in the back, and we can discuss more of that. But like you just said, Noble, they want to know more and really see and feel the authenticity of what we're bringing. It's best to click the link that's pinned to the top of the room. Go there, click on Temple District, and join the school system, our learning module system that we have for the temple, and become, a part and parcel I'm sorry, I don't know if y'all can hear that part, but become a part and parcel of, your temple administration and temple body and temple government, because you have a nationality, and we need to understand, the importance of why nationality is the order of the day, Islam.
Absolutely.
And I'm gonna say this because I was in a room earlier, uh, that this topic came up slightly, but I want to go into the to the opening first before we go into the details of what I was discussing in that room earlier. So if you want, you can read it. If you can't know, but I'll go ahead and read it myself. But we need to go and read the divine supplication, and we're gonna open things up. I'm walking back to the house right now. I'm just taking a walk, uh, getting some sun and stuff like that. I need to put my feet in this grass, man, because this video I shared earlier on Instagram was going in about that, putting your feet in the grass and grounding yourself. So
Yeah, my homeboy been getting on me about that, man. Cause I be in the house working, doing paperwork and all that. He like, man, you need to get out of nature sometime. He like, you be working too. I'm like, yeah, man. So I've been doing the same, Noble.
one thing I do uh is I be in the, clerical mode a lot, but I do actually okay, hold on. I do actually ground myself. I do go outside most of the time, at least just for that part.
Yeah, me too. I usually, but lately I haven't, man. I usually do, but lately, over the past few years, I haven't been my normal self on some occasions, man. Because of some of the circumstances. But we learning not to let outside circumstances affect us, and it's just a part of our spiritual journey. You know what I'm saying? We go through pressure, and we don't let the pressure bust pipes. You know what I'm saying? And the pressure, we adjust to it. So I'm learning not to let these outside circumstances affect me, because I done dealt with some outside circumstances that many would have folded. But hey, the strong come out refine. So, our troubles refine us. So I'm thankful for them.
Islam. That's right. That's right. Let me never mind. I'm gonna pull it up on here if I can. Hold on. Try to pull the divine supplication up. Yeah, it was crazy. I had found a big tarantula earlier. I've been seeing a lot of them
Yeah, I
lately.
seen that video you sent.
You seen the video about what?
Yeah, yeah, on Telegram, the one that that spider.
Oh, you seen a spider? Did you see it? Cause I ain't think the video caught a good image of it.
It ain't catch it
That's
real
why.
good, but I saw it. I saw it. It looked like it was red or something.
Yeah, red and black. Yeah,
Yeah, I
that
saw
was
it. Not
weird.
real good, but I could see it a little bit. You could see it. You could see it a little bit. It looked kind of big. I
That was
saw
weird
it.
for me because that was my first time. That was my first time seeing something like that.
Yeah, that looked like
Uh,
it's poison. It got some venom in its thing or something, man.
it looked real serious, didn't
Yeah, man. That
it?
looked like a little monster, man.
I was like, that was Spider-Man for real.
Yeah.
Hold on. All right, let me get Noble. I need to mod Chaza up too so you can bring people up. I didn't even see him in the room. Uh, True Peace, Noble, True Peace. Islam.
True peace.
Oh, you,
Man, you done brought a messed up frequency in here, Doc.
Say what?
you in here sounding like the Transformers.
Ah, man, this bullshit is bullshit for real, man. All that.
You sound like Optimus Prime, Doc.
I am. That's one of my bars. I'm doing this in my prime.
Is that your headphones, Noble? I think that's your headphones.
When we say
There you, well, there you go. You
There we
came
go.
in
That's
that's the
better.
headphones right now. That was my car joint.
Yeah, that's the headphone sound like that.
Nah,
You
that was
came
my
in
car.
for a second.
That was my car. It sounded like that for whatever reason. That's my headphones now.
Hold on. Try to leave out and come right back in real quick so you fix the algorithm for you. Yeah, because he got the static shock going on.
What we doing now?
True Peace. Oh,
That's
yeah.
better. That's better.
Yeah, clear vision.
What we doing now?
Yeah, you got clear audio. You clear.
We clear.
Man, that's because the headphones ain't working now. What the fuck? I had them plugged in when I asked you what we doing now. They weren't even working, but we good. They don't work? They'll be on whatever. I ain't even worried about it right now. What's good though? True Peace. How everybody doing?
True peace,
Y'all
noble.
can't
True
hear me?
peace.
Nah, I had my mic muted. I was trying.
Uh,
I was over here ducking and dodging. Some bee came right in my face, man. Animals on me today.
True peace.
They loving me today.
and let me tell you
Lord,
something. I went
happy holiday.
yesterday. Huh?
Nah, I said happy holiday, Noble. Go ahead, Islam.
Oh yeah, happy holiday, happy holiday. So I went yesterday, on a little movie date to watch the movie Nope. You know, with the brother from the Black Panther and Kiki Palmer.
Note. Nope.
No, Nope, like nope, like
Oh,
no,
okay.
nope.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the movie. It just came out yesterday. Man, look, man, they could have did way better with that movie, man. I was feeling like it was gonna be pretty fresh because of the little craft, and they out there at the little horse ranch, and you know, stuff going down with the little craft in the sky, right? Now, if y'all don't mind, you know, I can't share my criticism without telling a little bit. Y'all don't
Go
mind?
ahead, noble. Go ahead.
So, it wasn't a craft, it was a sentient being in the shape of a craft that travailed the skies and was big like that. It was a sentient being that eats people. Alright? Now, it's in the shape of a crab and got a hole in the center of it on the bottom side that it like creates a suction, and a tornado like suction. It sucks up stuff from the earth, and it is able within it to keep the people or the animals that it eats and spit back out, you know, wood or house parts or car parts or whatever else that is sucked in that is not flesh and eatable. But, but where they lost me at was at the end of the movie, toward the end, the last bit of them fighting this sentient craft-sized, being, is the being shapeshifted or transformed. And I was mad disappointed because I'm like, wait a minute. Now y'all got it. Y'all done took it from a disc-like craft and you got it shape-shifting. Now it look like some sheets in the sky. Like y'all couldn't be any more creative. You got it looking like some sheets floating in the sky. Like literally like some sheets, y'all. Like some laundry, some bed sheets. Like I'm like, what is this? Y'all lost all cool points in y'all movie. Sitting here got this thing looking like some sheets in the air.
Wow.
Oh
Wow.
man, they just lost all cool points with this shape shifting into some sheets, bruh.
You saying Kiki Palmer was in there?
Yeah, and the black dude, the melanated brother from Black Panther movie, who
Is that the brother that died?
nah, not the brother that died. I know his name. That's Chad.
Okay.
I'm talking about the brother who traded, who was in love with his sister, or not his sister, with the other sister warrior. I think he was in love with her, and he had turned his back on him. He went to join sides with, the cousin,
Oh yeah, yeah, I
Michael B.
know who you're
Jordan,
talking about. I know who you're talking
that dark skinned brother. He was the leader of the one tribe. And the Black Panther brother, like, damn, bro, like, what's good, man? You was my ace boon coon, man. Now you gonna go riding with that nigga? So he was in the movie.
It's called Nope. That's the name of it.
Mhm. Yeah, it's called Nope. Like Nope, nah,
Like
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And look, and then here's another thing.
Wow.
The reason why they called it Nope, which I think was a great movie, was a great name for that, cornballish of a movie, because it was like weirdly entertaining though. It was two scenes out in the movie where the brother expresses nope, like nope, I ain't doing that, nope. You know what I mean? He say
Yeah.
that two times in the movie. He have an expression like that, and I'm like, so this why they called it nope, just for that? Cause nothing else about the movie got a nope vibe about it, other than nope, y'all shouldn't have had the damn thing shape shifted to some floating sheets, nigga.
Oh, that's wow.
about.
I'm telling you, bro, I did not see that coming. At first, I thought it was a craft. Then, when he figured out it was a being of sentience, I was like, ooh, that's even more dope. Man, that's a whole nother level. But then, when that mother shapeshifted at the end of the movie into some big looking sheets, I was like, what? This the limit of y'all creative imagination? This what y'all gonna do?
Hey, I'm
Man, come
wondering
on.
if they trying to tell us something with that ship and that sentient being. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if they really
You
trying to tell us
feel me?
something.
And then they don't give you like where it come from. There's no backdrop about it. It's just, it's territorial. It's on the scene from wherever the hell it came from. And it's terrorizing the, ranch, that horse ranch, way out in the boonies. In the middle of nowheres type shit. You know what I mean? You
Right.
don't know where it come
Yeah.
from or nothing. I'm like, you gotta kind of give a nigga a backdrop or something. You know what I'm saying? Give me
That's what
something.
the subtlety they on right now.
They did it
But
with
we always know
Moonfall.
they've been subliminal like that.
Moonfall was cool. Like, you had kind of a two-part point in Moonfall. You know what I mean? You had the moon getting knocked out of orbit and coming toward the Earth, and then you had the backdrop on the nano sentient beings that are planet destroyers. And then you gave me a story backdrop of it. I'm like, word, nigga, that's way more than
Right,
what
like
I was
kind of like Star
expecting.
Trek. Like, yeah, like you
You
know
giving
what's
me
going
some
on.
shit. Yeah, but this right here, how you say this shit right here, brother? I was like, yo, y'all creativity whack. And then
That's
you got
wild.
the nerve to be coming out with a movie called Black Adam, and you didn't want to have a melanated brother as the character from Black Adam, so you got uh oh boy, uh uh damn, him and Kevin Hart always joking on each other. The musclehead Hawaiian nigga,
Oh, The Rock.
the Rock nigga. You got the Rock playing Black Adam
Yeah,
as
yeah,
a
I seen that.
You feel me? You got this nigga playing Black Adam, and I know why. They didn't want to have a melanated brother playing Black Adam, and the movie be called Black Adam, and then there be a big ooh
Well, you know,
ha
they consider
about
him. You know, his daddy was melanated. You know, so they consider him. He ain't fully though, but he won though.
nah, but he enough to where it won't cause a hoo ha in the industry when niggas like, oh, Black Adam, oh, they know the first Adam was black. Oh yeah, they got the brother playing Black Adam. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Wasn't Adam in that movie supposed to be a bad guy?
That's how they kind of making it like the bad guy turn savior, but he like vigilante because he don't want to fuck with nobody or do none of that shit. You know what I mean? It's uh
Mm-hmm.
grateful. All right, let's get in here and get this bread right quick.
Let me
So
go
that
ahead
we
and open up the temple over real quick, and we're gonna get it started. Islam.
Islam.
Uh, I'm gonna do this divine supplication, and then y'all already know I'm gonna move to the divine constitution and bylaws. Well, 19 affirmations, and then the divine constitution and bylaws. So bear with me. Y'all know how to do it. Y'all know how we do. Begin our prayers and thinking by using El Kalum, the All. O Heavenly One, the Most High, who is sustainer of all the worlds, we do accept the duty you have lain on us to clean up the filth made by the West and its non-submitting fools. O my sustainer, we beseech you to keep your head over us, to control the strings of the courses of our lives, our sustainer, and if we do wrong, please show our divine blessings and forgiveness on us. You are the only one that can raise us true followers of the news bearers, and in thy name, we carry on. All right, y'all. Y'all can hear me? Islam, true peace. Y'all can hear me? Islam, can y'all hear me?
Yep. Loud and clear. Loud and
Okay,
clear.
cool,
Yep.
cool.
Yep.
All right, I'm about to move to the 19 affirmations real quick and get it going. Let me see. Hold on, give me a second. Right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, I got it here somewhere. Liking having a look for this. Should just be right here in my files. That's one thing we need to keep on handy with us. Yeah, but I hope y'all enjoyed yourself in the meantime, in between time during these hot days we have. Cause boy, when I say that sun is doing the Macarena, it is
Man, it's blazing. It's hot in
Macarena.
Detroit, bro. It is hot. I know how hot it get down in Houston. I used to stay there, bro. It's another type of. It's a different level down there, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, yeah, it is. It really is. I talked to a brother from Nepal. I gotta talk to him around 8 or 9 at night. Uh, some of the royal family from the Philippines been reaching out to me because yeah, you know they don't have the same type of technology that we got going on over here.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
Who got
yeah.
you got access to the family guide? Cause let me see. Oh, okay. I think yeah, it's not in that course. It's in the other course. Just trying to see. I just need to put them all in one spot for us, so that way I can reach it all from one link. Yeah, but yeah, that grounding yourself, y'all, is real important. While I look for this book, I want to make sure y'all ground your energies. Put your feet in the grass, because it's real important for the blood flow, from what I'm seeing. And, not just me feeling it and knowing it from, the experience of that, but really, putting your feet in the grass, y'all, and connecting with Mother Nature.
Man, I used to every day, man, go out and just hug the tree, man. You know what I'm saying? Just get acclimated with nature, just hug the tree, you know? Put my feet in the dirt, you know? I've been getting back to that lately.
Okay, it's not showing up for me. Do you got the family guide? I'm trying to see, because I don't know why that ain't in here. Or it's just moving slow for me. You got a copy of it, Noble?
No, I don't got it, Noble. I don't got it.
All right, give me a second. I'm trying to get to it. Everything over here moving slow for me. I'm thinking about opening up another 2 more courses for us. One concerning physical education, and then another one concerning the private family advisory, more so specifically, or something of that nature. I guess lifestyle coaching or something. We're gonna come up with some ideas. But let me go ahead and find this Holy Family Guide. The Family Holy Tabernacle Ministries Family Guide. We're gonna read our 19 affirmations, y'all. I don't know why not showing up. Yeah, it should just pop up for me. It's not popping up in my PDF thing or nothing. I know it's in here because I got it started, so it should just show up. Yeah, that's one of our most important affirmations, y'all. We gotta have that. Got to have that. Let's see. Yeah, because I got all these books spread out everywhere. Yeah, just give me a second, y'all. I'm trying to find it. Go ahead and open it up for us. Okay, got the Guide to Better Living. Here we go, y'all. Here we go. Hold on. copy. Hmm. Yeah, this ain't even making no sense. Let's see. The Family Guide should be in here. I know at least should have another copy. I'm not sure. It should be in the should have a copy in the school. I'm not by my laptop, so I can't really just pull it up like that. Gonna make me type it out and just put it on a document, so I won't have to keep doing this. That way it's just always available. Let's see. I know I got it in my cloud storage. It ain't even giving me my full cloud. That don't even make sense. Yeah, it kind of got me playing the guessing game right now. Damn it. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know why it's not pulling up on me, y'all. Now that's the crazy part. These phones hold more data, but it's not really showing you where your files is at. Can you hear me, Noble? Mic check. Can you hear me, Noble?
True Peace, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. All right, I found it. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this while it's pulling up. What that was about. Let me go ahead. See, I found it now. These phones be trying to give you all kind of difficulties. All right, I'm pulling it up. All right, we're about to read our Holy Tabernacle Family Guide, 19 affirmations, and then we're gonna move on to the Divine Constitution and Bylaws. We're gonna get us going for the day. Sorry, thank y'all for being patient with me. Islam.
Islam.
I don't know why this wasn't. Thank you, Noble. All right, so let's get to it. What we accept is fact. The daily affirmation of loyalty of the children of the Elohim. We accept as fact the eternal laws of nature as revealed through science, past events, logic, and common sense, revealed as right knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. We accept as fact the highest laws of nature is the cooperation and harmony of all living things. We accept as fact our way of life as a means to the best end. We accept as fact that loyalty is the greatest of all honors and treason is the worst of all crimes. We accept as fact that what is good for the Holy Tabernacle is the highest virtue and what is bad for the Holy Tabernacle is the ultimate evil. We accept this fact that the Holy Tabernacle is the finest and noblest organization for all humanity, created by circumstances, and the ancient and mystic order of Melchizedek is the noblest of fraternities on and above this planet. We accept this fact that creativity, love, and cooperation are the essence of success. We accept this fact that truth and facts are always and has always been the originator and creator of all success. We accept this fact that all worthwhile cultures and civilizations came about from the ancient Sumerians and Kamite Egyptians and the Anunnaki or Elohims from the heavens, without which there would be none. We accept this fact that for the Holy Tabernacle to survive, expand, and advance, we need, first of all, a revolution of values and thoughts, which must start within each person by being truthful with themselves and about themselves. Therefore, we completely and categorically reject all myths, fictions, religions, and lies that have not been proven. That would include your heavens, your hells, your hellfires, and brimstones, your horn and pitchfork devils, your winged angels, and your old man God character sitting on a throne up there somewhere. We deal strictly with facts. If you can't prove it, we don't want to hear it. That doesn't mean we won't listen to you. Just don't expect us to accept your beliefs by virtue of a title such as Reverend, Pastor, Deacon, Imam, Sheik, Rabbi, Minister, Theologian, etc. That is your sensationalism, and we deal with just the facts. We accept this fact that the only true revolution is a war of good against evil, right against wrong, fairness against unfairness, loyalty against disloyalty, sincerity against insincerity, honesty against dishonesty, and this war is fought within each person among the agreeable and disagreeable Elohims that make up your willpower. We accept this fact that the unity of our community and its success will only happen with cooperation with all involved. We accept this fact, the total unification of all humanity on the basis of truth, that is, accepting people and races for who and what they are, respecting their culture, their languages, and their beliefs, and expect the same. We accept this fact that males as well as females are equal in all things and should be dealt with as partners in all matters. We accept this fact that no one race of people is better than the other. In fact, no one wins the race and racism. We accept this fact that communication between different people is the cure to the ignorance that breeds the disease hate. We accept this fact that a good and well-rounded education could prevent most of the ignorance that plagues the world. We accept this fact that the all is just that. The all, you can't take from the all. You can't add to the all. We are all within the all as one. That is our concept of what you call a deity. To the fulfillment of these facts, we children of the Elohim forever pledge our lives, our sacred honor, and our spiritual zeal. True peace, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and shut the room one more time before I read the Divine Constitution and Bylaws. Go ahead and get it started. Islam, Islam, Islam. So you can see, Noble, you know, why this stuff is important for our people to be here on Holy Day and get this information, and why we do what we do, day in and day out and week to week. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and jump to the Divine Constitution. All right, all right, all right. All right. Make sure save these documents, because they should always be there for us to just pull up whenever we need to. This thing be moving like molasses when I got top-notch speed. I think it's because my laptop is hooked up to it. But give me a second, Noble. I'm trying to pull up the Divine Constitution.
Take your time. Take your time.
I think I just pulled it up, so it should pull up for me. I just had it up. Yeah, this PDF Adobe be fugazi. Should just pull up by itself. Yeah, it's trying to take forever to pull up. Yeah, it's searching for it now. See, now it's trying to act like I ain't just pulled that book up. That's crazy. When I say they be trying to block the high frequency. So, all right, all right, all right. Give me a second, Noble. I'm still here. I ain't went nowhere. Give me a second. Yeah. Here we go. Let's get to it. All right, we're about to read the Divine Constitution. Let me get a mic check real quick. Make sure y'all with me. All right, Islam. All right, so the Divine Constitution and Bylaws, as it reads, Act 1. The Grand Sheik and the Chairman of the Moorish Science Temple of America is empowered to make law and enforce laws with the assistance of the Prophet and the Grand Body of the Moorish Science Temple of America. The Assistant Grand Sheik is to assist the Grand Sheik in all affairs if he lives according to love, true peace, freedom, and justice, and it is known before the members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Act 2. All meetings are to be open and closed promptly according to the Circle 7 and love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. Friday is our holy day of rest because on a Friday the first man was formed in flesh, and on a Friday the first man departed out of flesh and ascended unto his Father God Allah. For that cause, Friday is our holy day for all Muslims all over the world. Act 3. Love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice must be proclaimed and practiced by all members of the Moorish Science Temple of America. No member is to put in danger or accuse falsely his brother or sister on any occasion at all that may harm his brother or sister, because Allah is love. Act 4. All members must preserve these holy and divine laws, and all members must obey the laws of the government, because by being a Moorish American, you are a part and parcel of the government and must live the life accordingly. Act 5. This organization of the Moorish Science Temple of America is not to cause any confusion or to overthrow the laws and constitutions of the said government, but to obey hereby. Act 6. With us, all members must proclaim their nationality, and we're teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed, that they may know that they are a part and parcel of this said government, and know that they are not Negroes, colored folks, black people, or Ethiopians, because these names were given to slaves by slaveholders in 1779 and lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. I'm sorry, hold on. Give me a second, y'all. A little thing popped up on my screen. And lasted until 1865 during the time of slavery. But this is a new era of time now, and all men now must proclaim their free national name to be recognized by the government in which they live. And the great God of the universe ordained noble Ali, the prophet, to redeem his people from their sinful ways. The Moorish Americans are the descendants of the ancient Moabites whom inhabited the northwestern and southwestern shores of Africa. Act 7. All members must promptly attend their meetings and become a part and parcel of all uplifting acts of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Members must pay their dues and keep in line with all necessities of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Then you are entitled to the name of faithful. Husband, you must support your wife and children. Wife, you must obey your husband and take care of your children and look after the duties of your household. Sons and daughters must obey father and mother and be industrious and become part of the uplifting of humanity. All Moorish Americans must keep their hearts and minds pure with love and their bodies clean with water. This divine covenant is from your holy prophet, Noble Ali, through the guidance of his Father God Allah. All right. Y'all know how it go. We about to do the Moorish American prayer to the next. And then we can open it up with the Holy Qur'an Circle 7. I'm about to pin the prayer to the top of the room. That way y'all can do the prayer with us. If you ain't already on the website already. Islam.
Islam.
Islam. So we're not here for people's entertainment. We're here to teach our people their nationality, how to proclaim their nationality. So I'm gonna pin the prayer link to the room, and then we're gonna get to these weekly readings that we go through. Welcome everybody that's coming into the room. Y'all can leave y'all questions in the chat if you have any questions about anything you're hearing tonight, or you want to learn more about proclaiming your nationality as a Moorish American and what it actually means. And we'll go into the details of that even more and further. But welcome. You could be here, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us tonight. True peace. Thank you for stopping by. Peace and blessings, Joanna. Welcome to the World Temple. You can click the pinned link to the top of the room. We're about to do our divine prayer. We actually have a family office structure, so we actually do make money and things of that nature, but that's a whole nother discussion that we can talk about later on. Islam. So y'all know how this goes. Standing to the east, 5 fingers up on the left, 2 fingers on the right, feet at a 45-degree angle. Allah, the Father of the universe, Father of love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Allah is my protector, my guide, and my salvation by night and by day through his holy prophet, Noble Ali. Amen. Islam. All right. So let's get to these to these weekly readings, y'all. Because been through a lot today. And far as on my end with the different rooms that I was in earlier. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and open up the Holy Quran Circle 7. If you need a copy, I'm gonna pin that link to the top of the room. That way you can get a copy of the Holy Quran Circle 7 from our World Library. And that way you can purchase it and read along with us. Islam? And we will be expanding the World Library because we got some new books I just added. I think I just added Set the Record Straight in there this week for us. I don't got the Holy Quran Circle 7 in here. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, I guess I'm gonna add that tonight. I'm gonna do that tonight, y'all. Add the Holy Quran Circle 7. I thought it was in the World Library already. I don't even know how we didn't do that. That don't even make sense. All right. I guess it's not in there. I'm sorry about that, y'all. But can you hear? Y'all can hear me. You might check. You can hear me, no? Islam. Let me know if you
Yep.
can hear me.
I can
Okay,
hear
cool,
you.
cool. Cause she had text all you guys here. I was like, yeah, we here. Yeah, we don't bring people up to the top of the room, John. You know Joanna? It say you following her.
I think I can.
I don't know if you can see her down below.
Yeah, I can see John.
Yeah, true be. Yeah, we don't bring people up, I'm sorry, on stage unless they members of the temple. You can click that green mansion at the top and join us, the link that says World Temple. And then we'll be able to bring you up, Noble, to participate. Islam. Other than that, welcome to the World Temple. We are a branch temple of the Moorish Science Temple, the Moorish Science Temple of America. We're branch temple number 24, located in Houston, Texas. And we're teaching our people their nationality and their divine creed. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Islam, Islam, Islam. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Peace and blessings. All right, so yeah, I'm gonna put that up in the World Library tonight. I don't even know why it's not even in there. And that gives us another way to help with raising the capital and things like that. But let me go ahead and pull it up, and then we can get to it, y'all. Get to this Quran. I hope it don't take forever to pull it up for us. And I should have a copy right here somewhere already, ready to go. They be moving the books that I actually do read around when I go into other books, which don't even make no sense. And then these books I ain't even read in a while either. I don't even know why they keep them up like that. Adobe need to get their stuff together. Yeah, I'm gonna put some of these other books I got in here because I got stuff like old books on the Moorish Empire, stuff like that in here. Some real heavy stuff that really need to go in the library. And people could, and I'm gonna make some announcements later on. Let me see. It's kind of loading for me. This thing be loading a little on the slow side. I don't know if it's because this internet I got up or what. Let me check. I think my phone will pull it up faster. It's really the app. Put the phone on the ground, let it see what it'll do now. Cause it also be the energy when we touch these phones. That also be causing issues. Let me know if y'all with me. Hold on, let me check. Mic check. Okay, we still here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Okay. I had to reset this app. It was slowing my movement down, I guess. Having all these different apps up. Let me check and close the rest of this stuff here. It's slowing me down too. Oh, that's because I had Slack up. Had some stuff up. Okay. Let's see how we get the moving now. Yeah, it do be that too. Us holding the phones in our hand.
Yeah, that radiation.
Yeah, that radiation be pulling from our energy. That's one crazy thing right there. It's searching right now. Well, we're gonna go through the instructions and read our weekly readings. And we're gonna touch on that this week. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, but I really did enjoy myself in the other rooms today. Got a chance to let a couple people know who I was, and just from a base standpoint, a little bit of sauce, not too much.
Yeah, networking is always good.
Yeah, that's right for sure. Right. Questions. Yeah, it ain't even pull it up for me. Yeah, this thing acting like I don't got none of my books on here. Not my main books, at least. Guess I gotta pull it up from here, from the temple now. I mean, from the school, but the temple, yeah. All right. Get it to it. books that need to go in. Cause I got everything all spread out. And it really shouldn't be like that. For some reason it just do. Yeah. Trying to get to it now. That's wild. They don't even let us. Here we go. It's right in my face. Man, I gotta download it. Let me see what I'm trying to download. They just trying to cause distraction. That's all it is. The distraction. There we go. I'm about to get it right now for us. Alright, should be here in a second. Alright, y'all, let's get to it. So we're gonna read chapter 25, starting out. Yeah, and I'm glad we keep it like this because it keep our space sacred. You know, people don't like being nowhere they consider boring, right? So that's a good way to protect our energy. Turn some of these notifications off.
Exactly.
Right. You give me Noble Islam. All right, hold on. Get to chapter 25. We can read it. All right, chapter 25 called A Holy Covenant of the Asiatic Nation. And it reads, Ye are the children of one father, provided for by his care in the breast of one mother, had given you suck. That the bonds of affection therefore unite thee with thy brothers, that peace and happiness may dwell in thy father's house. And when ye separate in the world, remember the relation that bindeth you to love and unity, and prefer not a stranger before thy own blood. If thy brother is in adversity, assist him. If thy sister is in trouble, forsake her not. So shall the fortunes of thy father contribute to the support of his whole race, and his care be continued to you all in your love to each other. Islam. So we are our brothers and our sisters' keepers. And I was reading along earlier in the mortgage syndicate room with Brother Los, and we went over something that was real powerful about the nations that were taking, crafty counsel against us. And and the specific nations that they came in and destroyed, which Moab was one of the nations that are a part of that remnant. And so, we have to understand there's Moabites and Moabitesses in this particular day and time, as the prophet pointed out. Even if you are a part of, one of the, extensions or, other tribes within the nation, or what they consider the nation of the Ummah, it was real heavy and prevalent information for us. So I'm about to read chapter 47, y'all, and then we're going to move on to 48. Chapter 47 is called Egypt, the capital empire of the Dominion of Africa. And it reads, the inhabitants of Africa are the descendants of the ancient Canaanites from the land of Canaan. Old man Cush and his family are the first inhabitants of Africa, whom came from the land of Canaan. His father Ham and his family were second. Then came the word Ethiopia, which means the demarcation line of the dominion of Amexem, the first true and divine name of Africa, the dividing of the land between the father and the son. The dominion of Cush, northeast and southeast Africa, and northwest and southwest, was his father's dominion of Africa. In later years, many of their brethren from Asia and the Holy Lands joined them. The Moabites from the land of Moab, who received permission from the pharaohs of Egypt to settle and inhabit northwest Africa, they were the founders and are the true possessors of the present Moroccan Empire, with their Canaanite, Hittite, and Amorite brethren, who sovereign from the land of Canaan, seeking new homes. The dominion and inhabitation extended from northeast and southwest Africa across Great Atlantis, even unto the present North, South, and Central America, and also Mexico and the Atlantis Islands, before the great earthquake which caused the great Atlantic Ocean. The river Nile was dredged and made by the ancient pharaohs of Egypt in order to trade with the surrounding kingdoms. Also, the Niger River, was dredged by the great pharaoh of Egypt in those ancient days for trade, and it extends eastward from the river Nile westward across the great Atlantic. It was used for trade and transportation. According to all true and divine records of the human race, there is no Negro, black, or colored race attached to the human family, because all inhabitants of Africa were and are of the human race, descendants of the ancient Canaanite nation from the Holy Land of Canaan. What your ancient forefathers were, you are today without doubt or contradiction. There is no one who was able to change man from the descendant nature of his forefathers, unless his power extends beyond the great universal creator Allah himself. These holy and divine laws are from the prophet Noble Ali, the founder of the Uniting of the Moorish Science Temple of America. These laws are to be strictly preserved by the members of all the temples of the Moorish Science Temple of America, that they will learn to open their meeting and guide it according to the principles of love, true peace, freedom, and justice. Every subordinate temple of the Grand Major Temple is to form under the covenant of love, true peace, freedom, and justice, and to create their own laws and customs in conjunction with the laws of the Holy Prophet and the Grand Temple. I, the Prophet Noble Ali, was sent by the great God Allah to warn all Asiatics of America to repent from their sinful ways before that great and awful day that is sure to come. The time has come when every nation must worship under its own vine and fig tree, and every tongue must confess his own. Through sin and disobedience, every nation has suffered slavery due to the fact that they honored not the creed and principles of their forefathers. That is why the nationality of the Moors was taken away from them in 1774, and the word Negro, black, and colored was given to the Asiatics of America, whom were of Moorish descent, because they honored not the principles of their mother and father, and strayed after the gods of Europe, of whom they knew nothing. True peace. And that was the end of chapter 47. We're going to move on to chapter 48. So this is kind of what the message was earlier, because we started worshiping, as we was reading about it in the Moorish Syndicate room with Brother Los. The Israelites, which the Moabites are a tribe of the Israelites, started worshiping after foreign gods and foreign deities. And this is what the prophet is affirming right here in chapter 40. Chapter 47. So a lot of what we talked about in the the mortgage syndicate, which you can go back and listen to the replay, you will see that I was on stage speaking along with a couple other brothers and sisters that was there contributing to the dialogue. So moving on to chapter 48, it says, I'm sorry, it's to chapter 48, which is called the end of time and the fulfilling of the prophecies. The last prophet in these days is Noble Jew Ali, who was prepared divinely in due time by Allah to redeem man from their sinful ways and to warn them of the great wrath which is sure to come upon the earth. John the Baptist was the forerunner of Jesus in those days to warn and stir up the nation and prepare them to receive the divine creed which was to be taught by Jesus. In these modern days, there came a forerunner of Jesus who was divinely prepared by the great God Allah, and his name is Marcus Garvey, who did teach and warn the nations of the earth to prepare to meet the coming prophet who was to bring the true and divine creed of Islam. And his name is Noble Jew Ali, who was prepared and sent to this earth by Allah to teach the old time religion and the everlasting gospels to the sons of man. That every nation shall and must worship under their own vine and fig tree, and return to their own and be one with their Father God Allah. The Moorish Science Temple of America is a lawfully chartered and incorporated organization. Any subordinate temple that desires to receive a charter, the Prophet has them to issue to every state throughout the United States, etc. The world that the world may hear and know the truth that among the descendants of Africa there is still much wisdom to be learned in these days for the redemption of the sons of man under love, true peace, freedom, and justice. We, as a clean and pure nation descended from the inhabitants of Africa, do not desire to amalgamate or marry into the families of the pale-skinned nations of Europe, neither serve the gods of their religion, because our forefathers are the true and divine founders of the first religious creed for the redemption and salvation of mankind on earth. Therefore, we are returning the church and Christianity back to the European nations as it was prepared by their forefathers for their earthly salvation, while we, the Moorish Americans, are returning to Islam, which was founded by our forefathers for our earthly and divine salvation. The covenant of the great God Allah, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be longer upon the earth land, which the Lord thy God Allah had given thee. Come all ye Asiatics of America, and hear the truth about your nationality and birthrights, because you are not Negroes. Learn of your forefathers' ancient and divine creed, that you will learn to love instead of hate. We are trying to uplift fallen humanity. Come and link yourself with the family of nations. We honor all true and divine prophets. Islam. I'm sorry, hold on. I didn't even see that. I don't know if I didn't even think that was a real person at first. I thought it was a robot. But Islam. True peace, y'all. True peace, true peace. So
Yeah, you talking about the Joanna chick?
yeah. I don't know if you heard her speak.
No, have you?
I be thinking these some of these profiles be robots.
Yeah, I think some of
I
them
be
do.
wondering who.
She inboxed me,
Yeah, 'cause
talking about some
she
business. I
inbox.
told her to
Yeah,
talk about it later.
is right. Well, I mean, she be in different rooms. She got some good rooms she in.
Yeah, I connected with her, but she's one of the ones that followed me when I was, in one of these business rooms. She just followed me.
Peace, 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 peace. Yeah, I'm just checking out the different rooms she in. So we're gonna go through some of these instructions. Nova, you got any contributions you want to make this week? I'm gonna go before I go into the instructions. We start going over the next couple instructions that we got here.
Not at this time. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Well, we're joining some of these rooms. She in some good rooms. I'm like, okay, I'm feeling it. Yeah, it do make me wonder if these people be could they be real people or not. All right, all right, all right, all right. Hold on, let me pull it back up. We gonna start going through some of these holy instructions from the prophet. And I think we went through 1 through 3 last time. Then we read like 3 of the instructions. Uh, yeah, I think it's like 6 of the instructions. So the prophet left us some instructions and warnings. We're not gonna read it word for word, but we're gonna go through it. So we was warned by the prophet to beware, of the temptations from the things that we're kind of seeing today with the what we would consider a bastardized society, and the things that pretty much come up. So when you get a chance, you want to read chapter 20 and go over that warning that the prophet gave to all young men that are living life, which a lot of these instructions, they fold into each other, in succession. So especially the next one, which is the instructions for a man and his wife, which goes over pretty much some of the prerequisites, about the type of wife that men should be looking for when they're looking for a wife, and especially building a family, because this is what caused a lot of our falls back in the day, is pretty much not taking heed to the instructions of how we're supposed to govern our families and our households. Islam. So the prophet gives instructions, like I said, for the young men, and then goes on into give instructions for the man and the woman, and the duties of that husband and the duties of the wife as well. So the next instructions that comes after that is the instructions for the children, which um, we all know in the scriptures it says, you're supposed to honor your father and your mother, that your days will be long, long upon the earth land. I think we read that uh, earlier in the divine constitution a little bit, act number 7, that refers back to act 7. And so you have the next instructions from the prophet, which is the instructions of unity. So we was called to unity for our community. And that's basically the acronym, like Dr. Idris like to say, you know, for or the breakdown for the word community, like Dr. Idris like to say, is come in unity, community. So come in unity is the prophet's instructions for us. And that pridefulness that people have, this individualism, I'm gonna do bad all by myself, that's not gonna work, especially in um, the way the divine laws of nature are structured. So the next instructions from the prophet is, the instructions between a master and a servant, or between your boss and you. How you conduct yourself and honor yourself in the workplace. And a lot of us, miss these particular instructions, especially when we push toward wanting to be successful, and successful in our business endeavors, or even if it's being a success on your job. A lot of these things are kind of mentioned in the scriptures, and a lot of the holy scriptures all across the world, from the Bhagavad Gita, to the lessons of Buddha, all the way back to the Torah, El's Holy Torah, which goes into a lot of that, which will be jumping back into Monday through Thursday in the tribunal. And then the next instructions coming from the prophet is the instructions of justice, and how we're supposed to honor thy neighbor as we honor ourselves, and avoid certain temptations that cause us to kind of fall into injustice. The prophet also gives us instructions on charity, Islam, and how to be charitable, and how to give from from your own depositing within yourself, because if you're not depositing love, true peace, freedom, and justice within yourself, how can you give out love? How can you give out peace and move in justice? So you want to be charitable, and like we said earlier, love thy neighbor as you love thyself, and avoid malice and these malevolent behaviors that are easy for you to get caught in the trap of. And with that, the prophet also gave us instructions on being grateful and showing gratitude, being thankful, being thankful for the things that we have, what we have in front of us, and not what we have outside of us and what we're looking for to have. So the prophet also went over in the instructions sincerity, which being grateful, having that gratitude, showing that gratitude. You want to be showing sincere gratitude, you see what I mean? And you want to be sincere about the information, the truth, and like I said, the things that are rooted within you, that you deposit within yourself. This is what's going to come out of you. This is what's going to pour out of you. So if you're not moving sincerely and depositing that's that love, that truth, and the attributes of peace, then what's going to pour out of you is insincerity, and a lack of genuineness. So you want to take heed to that. The prophet also gave us instructions on religion, and what it means when we say Allah, which just means God, or whatever you want to call the divine creator. And in particular, like we were saying earlier, with the Am, or the Ummah, which is the nation, and in particular we are the tribes of Israel in those 12 tribes. So that's the creator that we're talking about, the Elohim, the Allahumma. It's the same name or the same word. Now when you go into different tribes, now they might have a different representation for Allah, and certain aspects, and that goes down into idol worship and things like that. But when we reference to the great God Allah, we're talking about the source, subhanahu wa ta'ala, or Elohim, which, if you understand language and linguistics, we all know that Allah and Elo, or Elohim, are the same divine creator, Islam. So the prophet also gives us instructions on knowing who we are as a people. We are the ancient family, and the ancient indigenous peoples of this land everywhere over throughout the whole entire world, not just America, but also Africa and also Asia, everywhere. So the prophet gives us instructions also on the holy breath, the breath of the cosmos, the breath of heaven, and how to take care of your body. And this goes back to what I was saying earlier about what you are depositing within yourself. What are you putting within self? What are you depositing within self? Your thoughts, your actions, your deeds. What do you pay attention to? Because like, like we know, or the saying goes, what your diet is not just what you're eating. It's what you're looking at. It's who you hang around. It's the books you read. It's the things you put, yourself in the space of. What are you entertaining? Islam. So the prophet also gives you instructions based on the soul, your soul, because your health and things like that are only external to the actions of the soul. So it's not your thinking, it's not your understanding and reasoning, or the willing, like the prophets say. They are the actions of the soul. It's not its essence. So this is why I say what you deposit in yourself will pour out of you. You see? But the essence of your soul, that is the vehicle, the divine vehicle between you and Subhanahu wa ta'ala, the source. So the prophet also gives us instructions on the heights and the pinnacles of wisdom, and understanding that the actions of your knowledge shows the pinnacle, shows the height of your wisdom. Because a wise man knows anything. He knows he don't know nothing. And by way of your actions, this shows. So like I said, what you deposited within yourself, you want to avoid people that are complaining all the time, especially if you're trying to be in a peaceful environment, because your intentions come out by way of your actions. Like I said, what you put into yourself will pour out of you. So if you're always surrounding yourself in the soil of people who are complaining, people who are not always happy, always down, depressed, whatever the issue may be, they're not pouring themselves and pulling themselves into the vehicles of the Most High. True peace, true peace. Just making sure you with me. Let me go ahead and share the room.
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear.
Islam. Share the room to Brother Mo real quick. Get the room out there. Share the room real quick. Islam. So let me make sure it's shared for us. I don't know what that's doing. Thing be acting up. Yeah, it shared it 3 times. I figured that. All right, so the prophet gave us instructions on, like I said, the pinnacle of the wisdom, which is your action of the knowledge that you receive, that you have. This is what's gonna come out of you. This is the representation of what you're depositing within your soul, your solar plexus. So the prophet goes on to talk about inconsistency, which that comes from the actions. If you're not showing up to practice, Oh, I'm gonna be there. Oh, I'm gonna do this and this, that, and the third. That's your inconsistency. It's gonna affect you when you're doing things. The way to be successful, the way to make anything solid or solidified, is to be consistent. You want to establish these principles of consistency within yourself and grounding yourself with, like I said, within the actions of, you know, the right thinking, the right knowledge, the right wisdom, the right understanding. And, you know, beware of, you know, moving on impulse and being boastful and, you know, caught up in the ways of the world, the wayward. You know what I'm saying? Moving off of unsolved issues, unsolved problems, unsolved trauma, things that go back to people's childhood, back between the ages of, you know, the first 7 years of that child's life. You know, these things are you know, pretty much programmed into us as we grow. And that's where a lot of us have problems with being consistent with things, because 9 times out of 10, you wasn't raised in a consistent environment. So the prophet gives us instructions on weakness and talks about the vanity and, you know, being vain and avoiding avoiding weaknesses that, you know, causes us to not be firm, you know, to chase after pleasures that continues to, you know, cause, you know, constraint for ourselves, and we can't be as strong. So that also goes back to our communication, the words that we use. How do we, you know, communicate with ourselves? What are you pouring back into yourself? So you want to unite with people that are moving off the frequency of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice, like I said. And you're gonna have to learn to take the good. You know what I mean? You learn how to take the bad with the good. You know, because we understand not everything is perfect, especially when you're having to come from a space of not knowing these things prior, before then. There's some things that you're gonna have to, you know, pretty much delete, alt control delete from your being, from your frequency, from your mental patterns. So it's gonna cause a lot of people to you know, misconstrue information. And, you know, you gotta, like I said, take the bad with the good. You gotta take the struggle with the success that comes. You have to trust the process. And this is what the prophet is saying about the instructions of weakness. And that leads on to the prophet giving us instructions on the insufficiency of our knowledge, the knowledge that we have. Uh, you know, like I said earlier, the consistency, which leads into the instructions of being firm, right? If your knowledge is insufficient, because you can have a lot of knowledge, you can have all the data in the world, but if it's not the right knowledge, the right wisdom for the right understanding, then you'll miss the boat. So, you know, like I said, you want to surround yourself with those that are taking actions toward the right direction, especially directive and direction of love, truth, peace, freedom, and justice. And, you know, be careful of dealing with people who try to make evil fair seeming, is what the prophet is basically saying in those instructions. So you can listen to my words or listen to these sermons as you read the Holy Quran Circle 7 and the L's Holy Quran and other holy scriptures, you know, as you go through them and you come back and refer to these holy day, you know, services and lectures that we give and the readings and the lessons. That way you'll know that you're in proper alignment. Islam. And that's why it's important to be a part of a temple with, a working body that's moving, you know, into action and taking action. That's consistent. We might not be here every single day because certain things happen, but we are consistent and showing up to the temple and doing the divine work. So, a wise man, like we know, hears knowledge and improve. Only fools duck when knowledge is thrown at them. Islam, like the master teacher say. So the next prophet, the next and the last instructions from the prophet is about misery. Because we know one thing, misery loves company, and this leads to the weakness, this leads to the insufficiency of knowledge, etc. So, beware of the character of the nature and the prerogative of misery and how it creeps within the heart of men and women. So it doesn't matter how you customize things, as the prophet says in the instructions of misery, it does not alter the nature of truth. It is what it is. So, as we say, understand and understand the messages that are coming from these divine scriptures and stay consistent with them. Stick with them. It's firm. It'll ground you. Like we know in the scriptures, it says man cannot live off of bread alone, but every word that proceeded from the divine source. So it's also words that help us as humans and as a people, move into those right directions that our divine purpose is there for and to be fulfilled. You can't fulfill your divine purpose if you're always surrounding yourself with inconsistent people and they're constantly downloading or embedding within you these principles, and this is what you're eating, this is what you're living off of, the word of misery, the word of insufficiency. This is what your diet is. So you have to separate yourself from these things, especially when you're around people who's always in a negative Nancy mode. Islam. So we done went through the instructions. uh is there anything you want me to read, Noble, from the El Holy Quran, or anything else? We can read that as well. But other than that, I think we got a mouthful right there. We're going over the instructions. But
Right, absolutely.
like we said earlier, the 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 prophet Hotep brother Raheem, he messaging me in the background. Like we said earlier, a lot of this stuff that that we're going over is going to be more heightened as people actually go through the school. If they actually go through the school themselves, they'll see the actual physical embodiment of these things that we're saying. Islam. True Peace, you want to give some feedback or a contribution on what you've been experiencing this week in the school?
True peace. Yeah, I do. For everything that we trying to do as a people, the school is where it's at. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna recommend that everybody get into it because that's everything that we're dealing with. The what is it? The World Government for World Citizens. With the UN, that's everything. The United Nations on the Direct Declaration of human rights, touching on all of that. That's exactly what we need to establish what it is we're trying to do as a people. So I'm all in. The more I dive in, the more the more I dive in, the more I'm learning and seeing, and also seeing how it correlates with what I was doing. So it's divine alignment, man. It's definitely divine alignment, and I'm pretty sure that everybody, once they tap in, they're gonna see, how through tapping into the school they can bring about, whatever's in their heart to bring about. The resources is there, for them to create it. It's right there. So I recommend that everybody tap into it, because that's that sovereignty or freedom that we're looking for. It's right there. It's right there before us. It's right. All the tools are right there. But sometimes we overlook things. Like I said, I'm guilty of it. But hey, it's right there. True peace.
True peace, true peace. So we want y'all to, take heed to the messages that's being given, the divine work that's being done. We're here every week, especially for Holy Day. We don't really miss a Holy Day like that. Like I say, we try to be as consistent as we can, especially with doing the Monday through Thursday interfaith tribunal and bringing in those divine messages. And we be here whether it's one or two, me and him always, most of the time. And if it's a whole room full of us, but you see that this protects us, the divine work that we're doing, and how serious this is. And I do want to say, because I forgot to say earlier when I came in, we want to give our honors to the Prophet Noble Drew Ali, Marcus Garvey, the Forerunner, all of the other divine messengers that have came and brought their contributions to us as a people and us as a nation. And we're gonna get back that as the prophet said, we're gonna get back that restitution double fold. And doing the work is what'll help you see how you separate yourself from the craziness of the world and put yourself in alignment with those that are functioning more on a divine clarity and divine love frequency. And you move it with the vibration of that. And as Yahshua says, those that do the will of my Father and divine divine creator, that's my divine family. And as we read earlier in the Holy Quran Circle 7, forsake not your brother and sister, forsake not your own divine blood. We become brothers and sisters doing this divine work, especially what we're setting up through our global religious family office, as well as having a global religious trust and association and things of that nature. So the work is here, the opportunities are here for the things that people are trying to do. And thank you for mentioning the UN part, Noble, because I get to actually announce some of the good news and put it on the record for the record that we actually have a opportunity now, and we've been afforded the opportunity to operate as a global citizenship school through the United Nations, through UNESCO. That's UNESCO. And we teach people how to become world citizens, what they as they term it, global citizens. But we already have David Gallup and brother Gary, who established the world government structure, who we are in conjunction with. So now this becomes a worldwide thing. This is this is real helpful for us as a people, where we are already a sub-administrative body of America to help our people proclaim their nationality. And that leads me back to what I was saying earlier about what I wanted to bring up from the room, because I was in a room and we was discussing in the mortgage syndicate room, which you can go back and listen to if you click my profile name. You just scroll down and you can go back and listen to the replay. But one of the brothers in there was named Lord, and he mentioned how, or he asked a question about, I think, or he posed a question about the difference between citizenship and nationality. Or I think it was somebody in the room. I don't know if it was Brother Lord, but it was somebody in the room that posed that question, and it kept kind of we kept kind of circling around it, but we didn't really go into detail because um even me, I spoke about it, but I didn't go into intricate uh detail about it. But there is a difference in the definition between a national, an American national, and an American or United States citizen. And we really have to understand the major difference between those, because though we are members of our state and we fall under the state constitution, but when we talk about the United States Code overall and the difference between the different types of citizenship that America recognizes, there's a difference between being a regular citizen and then being an American national. And we have to understand, because they was talking about being a national. Brother Los, they was in the room talking about Brother Los being a national and how he calls himself a national, and the fact that we have Public Law 93, which ties into the Bible, which makes the Bible actually law. So, and we talk about this a lot in the tribunal with King James 1611 Bible, and that's the reason for us reading the Torah. So we have a lot of informational things that people are discussing, outside of this particular temple, that is pretty much here for people on the clubhouse and just in the social media space, and on the internet, so they can have the opportunity to come in and proclaim their nationality. Because as we went over before in one of the tribunals, the interfaith tribunals, we discussed about the Dred Scott situation, and we went into detail about the Dred Scott situation, about how African Americans are not considered United States citizens. And so when you go through the structure of what we discuss, and if you go back and listen to some of them old tribunal meetings, you'll see that what we put in place is missed by a lot of people, by by way of interpretation. But proclaiming your nationality, as the prophets say, is the order of the day. And you want to take heed to these things about the differences that we're discussing and the intricacies, because a lot of this stuff does not get communicated about, or it kind of get skipped over or meshed over. And a lot of people really miss the importance of proclaiming a nationality and being part of a temple. And even in the mortgage syndicate, we went into the depths of reading the scriptures, and that still leads back to what the prophet set up, especially for us as Moors and so-called Negro, black, and colored in this particular day and time, because you do have the theocratic structure through Public Law 93, and us being a religious corporation as a sub-administrative body of America, which you come into the temple and you proclaim your nationality. You take your baptismal or your shahada and your what we actually call your nationality ceremony, and you actually become a true citizen of the United States, or a true national of the United States of America. We are the true Americans, as the prophet called us. So with that being understood, we are the indigenous of America, or the natives of America, and however you want to look at it. So, or Native Americans, and all these other misnomers that are given to us through just communication and semantics. So you know please come link yourself. We honor all true and divine prophets, and this is the reason for understanding the scriptures and going into the scriptures, and knowing that we as a people This is why we, fell off the gravy train. We got lost in the sauce. So, we want to find ourselves, and this is what the Moors have been teaching, and us as Moors have been teaching our people since the prophet and even before the prophet, how to navigate the seas of life and the seas of commerce, and be who we are as a people, and understand that we do have a nationality and that we are entitled to our divine rights and divine heritage. So, thank you, brother Chaza, Noble Chaza, for coming through. And we're here pretty much every week, like I said, to give out this information. We're working on a lot of things, so it's just a few of us, but the more the merrier. And as the prophet called out, that we're about to go into in these divine not divine instructions, but these warnings and messages from the prophet, that we got to take heed to these things, and come together and get it done. So I'm gonna pull up some of the Moorish literature, y'all. We're gonna read some of the messages from the prophet himself. That way, it's better understood of what we're saying and what we're discussing. So let me go ahead and pull that up for us, and we're gonna get right to it. Islam. It's real important to join the school, because it gives a lot of the information that people are looking for, and it really helps you out. So I'm pulling up the Moorish literature now for us, so we can read some of the divine messages and warnings from the prophet, and then we can go ahead and lead to the closing out. Islam.
Islam.
All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Shalom, shalom, shalom. All right. So the prophet wanted us to proclaim this at every temple meeting. Islam, the prophet say, I'm glad to know that I have a few faithful Moors among you all, and I desire for them to know the truth and the divine truth. There's a host of jealousy about me in the movement now by the same people of our side of the nation that claim I was only a joke and unreal. But now, since they have found out from the government officials and the nations of the earth that this is the only sole foundation that all Asiatics must depend upon for their earthly salvation, as American citizens, they are working every scheme they can to disqualify me, so they may take charge of the situation. I have notified all these things to you long ago in the past. It is through the faithful Moors that attribute to the movement and uplifting funds. The ones that paid their divine respect to me and the movement will be remembered. This is why I am calling upon all faithful Moors to increase their faithfulness to me, your prophet, and your divine Moorish movement. I need finance, and I need it badly. Never before have I needed finance so badly as I do at present, so I can shove aside the discord that is facing the nation. It all comes through jealousy because of my fame and nobility. The nations of the world will not recognize the movement without me, the prophet, being head. It has been proven by my works, which I have performed in the past few years. Prophet Noble Drew Ali. Islam. So I'm going to go ahead and post this, pin this link to the room. World Treasury of Merit. That way y'all can make contributions to the Holy Temple, to the World Temple. And branch number 24 of the Moorish Science Temple of America. Because like the prophet said, we need finance badly. And as it says in these holy instructions, without actual put that right there. I guess it just take you back to that. All right, so without a treasury, we don't really have nothing. So a lot of us is operating, without the understanding of that, and that, having a treasury, you don't have a nation. Islam. So you find our PayPal, Cash App, things like that, and you can read more about the World Treasury of Merit and why even Yahshua himself was not, really against paying taxes and things of that nature. A lot of people try in the Patriot movement to say that he did, and Yahshua was an anarchist, but that don't make sense because Yahshua was after the order of Melchizedek. So Yahshua was a part of a divine order. He wasn't an anarchist. Islam. And so that also goes back to the literature of the prophet, where one of the topics is about religious controversy that we're still dealing with today. And that's why we have the Interfaith Tribunal, so we can discuss these things and really read it out and kind of have those intensified conversations without bringing trolling and arguments into the tribunal and the things that we got going on. Islam. So I'm gonna go ahead and read this next message from the prophet that he wants us to read in every temple meeting and temple service. Islam. So the prophet says, I hereby inform all members that they must end all radical speeches while at work, in their homes, or on the streets. We are for peace and not destruction. Stop flashing your card at Europeans. It causes confusion. Remember, your card is for your salvation. Failure to obey these orders will be of severe consequence. We are for love, true peace, freedom, and justice. And when these principles are violated, justice must then take its course. Any member or group of members who hold malicious feelings toward the temple or the prophet, or violate the divine covenant of the Moorish movement, will receive their reward from Allah for their unjust deeds. All true Moors will and must obey the law as laid down to them by their prophet. If they lose confidence in their prophet, they should turn in their card and button, cease wearing their turban and fez, and return to the state where I, the prophet, found you. This is a holy and divine movement founded by the prophet Noble Ali. And if the prophet is not right, the temple is not right. The prophet therefore is sending out the divine plea to all Moorish Americans that they do their part in protecting their prophet and the temple. This is an everlasting movement founded by the prophet through the will of Allah to redeem his people from their sinful ways. True peace. Noble Ali. So with that, y'all, like I said, I pinned the link up to the room. Y'all that's listening to the replays that's coming in after we close out, y'all can, click that link, learn more about the Treasury of Merit, and also why the temple tax was necessary and why it's necessary to make these contributions to your local temples and to your local communities, and get involved with the divine and national movement. We have a lot of back and forth going on between different splinter groups in the Moorish Science Temple of America, but nonetheless, you don't want to get caught up in that. You have an actual not a grand body, but you have an actual temple that's officially chartered, and we're doing the work that needs to be done. You can reach us on social media and worldwide. We're actually one of the first temples that actually does our meetup on a social media platform other than Temple 19 and Temple 27 that are now, they have been doing that thing for a while, but actually Temple 19 in Atlanta, you could actually physically visit there. And then Temple 27, I'm not sure if they have an actual physical building, as well as other temples that have their physical building that you can go to. But here, you could actually join us here online where, whatever you're doing and while you're doing it, you can be involved and be in temple and, be in the divine spirit and meet with us while we conduct. And so, also join a part of the school system, which is the most, heaviest thing for us and overall, because it's not just coming to the building and meeting in the building, and then, there's no actual classes and things like that going on. So you have actual live classes, and we want y'all to join us tomorrow for our webinar that we're having, called the Family Estate Planning webinar that we're having tomorrow. You can make your free will donation of $1 or $1 worth of Bitcoin. Come join us. Come learn about trust and estates, and we're going to go into detail. So if you're coming from the mortgage syndicate room or whatever different other room, uh, there's some of the people that follow me are part of. You get to learn more about setting up trust and protecting your family. And we are private family advisors, and we're here to serve our people, serve the community, and get some of those pain points off of your shoulders, so that way you can flex your economical muscle, and join in that divine frequency and divine family that's working on these things across the world. So with that, you want to make any last contributions, Noble, before we head out, Islam? True peace. I think busy. I think Noble Childs are busy. All right, so let me go ahead and read this divine constitution, and we're gonna close it out for the night, y'all. Islam, y'all have a blessed night. Happy holy day. Shalom, shalom, shalom. Y'all could have been anywhere in the world, but y'all here with us. Y'all, Islam. True peace, Noble.